Two small puppies were left abandoned at night next to a bin. Jutta Shelter rescued them, and then a few days later, the kind people who found the puppies gave them a forever home. 3 Cockney puppies were thrown away near a village. Rescued by the police, they had nowhere to go. They now play carefree in the safety of the shelter. 3 small puppies were left by the lake, scared and alone. Now they enjoy playing together under the watchful eye of stray cat Laura. Tiny puppies were rescued after being left in a cardboard box, all 7 of them. Luckily, they all survived the parvovirus, and so far, Helios, Dante and Coco have been adopted. A very frail senior dog was found wandering alone. Angelus enjoyed a soft, warm bed in the comfort of the shelter until he peacefully passed away. Ierapetras was rescued from being kept on a short chain, living in appalling conditions. He now runs free in his lovely enclosure. Arthur was starved and left in the mountains to die. He now enjoys regular meals and have a very cute podgy tummy. An injured and very ill cat walked into the shelter. Daisy sadly didn't make it, but she did know love and cuddles in the end. Chloe loves living in the Netherlands with her siblings and is queen of the cat tree. Gila is discovering all about the sofa lifestyle and snow in Germany. Eddie was rescued from a beach by tourists who fell in love with him. He was very lucky to be adopted by them. He was very weak and would have died without hospitalization and care. Eleni was tied to the shelter's gate, left to starve. She now looks forward to meal times and sports her very own chubby tummy. Gaia was found by tourists at night by the roadside. Gaia has been adopted by her rescuers and lives happily in her forever home in France. Grace was thrown from a moving car and nobody wanted to save her. Now her injuries have healed and she's loving life. Humbug was arrested by the police when they nearly ran her over. Strudel was a young pregnant cat when a tourist rescued her. Now Humbug, Strudel and her 6 kittens live happily together in England. Lost and ill, Ollie was rescued by a motorcyclist as he rode by. He had even lost one eye to infection. Honey was alone and crying in a hotel when guests rescued her. Ollie and Honey now just play, play, play. Iggy was befriended by expats when they saw him wandering alone in the village. Now he's safe, away from the locals that poisoned them for being a stray. Irma had a long battle to survive. Zobas came to the shelter after having lost his home and parents. Irma is now recovered and Zobas loves her company. Iris is spoiled rotten in the UK and the boss of the household. Jackson was an ill senior stray when he befriended tourists. He is a very chatty boy and his health is finally improving. Ladies loving life going for swims in the sea in Crete. Melody has been adopted in Austria, where she plays happily with her friend Sugar. June was rescued when poorly and malnourished. She is now feisty and happy. Yuki is a senior who was found in town. Yuki is settling well in the shelter and loves company of cats and dogs. Miney loves life in Germany and has a cattery all to herself. Moon was trapped near the shelter with a deep wound on her leg. Her wound has healed well and she's beginning to learn to trust. Nika was lost in the mountains, matted and hungry when a foreigner picked her up. She now feels like a princess, happy in the shelter. Poppy and Louie are very happy in Germany with a sofa all to themselves and walks to the park. Pocket Rocket Puppy Riley was found alone by the road. He now causes sweet chaos in Germany. Roscoe was left for days. People passed him by and didn't seem to care, in an area where is known for abandoning animals. He now lives in the shelter where he's cared for. Sam was tied to a tree to die in the mountains. Tourists were traumatized when they saw him. He's supercharged and super happy now. Sandy followed Yanis from the lake because he was feeding him and went all the way to the shelter. Now he eats every day without fail. Tourists saw Shoko begging for food when they decided to rescue him. Schlumpy and Taylor have been adopted together and are very happy lounging in all the surfaces in Germany. Senior Sissy was covered in ticks wandering near greenhouses. Sissy had a spa day, looked like a princess and passed away peacefully. Socks was a tiny puppy left alone by the lake when police was notified and took Socks to the shelter. Fudge was rescued from the road by a local child. Fortuna and Toffee were abandoned in a farm. Weak little puppies, just skin and bones. Socks, Fudge, Fortuna and Toffee are now bundles of energy and happiness. Tina is adoring life and cuddles. Tina was adopted in the Netherlands. Stella was abandoned by the lake because of her disability. But thanks to the shelter, nothing stops Stella from being naughty in Germany. Teddy is discovering all about a house in London. He feels cold though, bless his Greek cotton socks. Timmy and Hershey were little puppies abandoned by a busy road. Grandma Karina taught them how to be good puppies. Virginia was wandering outside the shelter when Yanis spotted her and came to the rescue. She was very lucky to be adopted by a visiting vet. Volpe is doing very well in the Netherlands, settling into his new life as a senior.